Hey everybody, it's Chris. Happy Monday to you. Back for my weekly shave video. There it is, my tagline. Anyway, really nice weekend this weekend. It cooled down a little bit. We've been in the 90s here in California, but we got down to the 80s today, yesterday, and maybe 1 or 2 more days before it climbs back up. We'll see. Hopefully hang on to that nice cool weather. The summers here, the hot, dry summers are not fun, and we are approaching summer, and it will be not fun. But there will be fun things going on. Like this week, the sound of silence. Everybody's at VBS, Vacation Bible School at church. So anyway, let's get this shave going. Razor Rock, Big Bruce. This last week I got a very nice loaner package in the mail from Monkey at TSC. John, thank you very much, John. He's saw my interest in wanting to investigate injectors. I own one. By the way, today's shave is going to be a bay rum shave. This is Sudsy Soapery, Citrus and Bay. I'll load that up here. But he saw my interest in trying out some injectors, or at least researching them, seeing what they're about. And he sent me some along, exactly the ones that I wanted to research about. Because I own one injector, the Supply, that's their version 2. And I do have all 3 plates for that. It's considered an adjustable because of the 3 different plates you can install on it. It's really simple, really easy. I actually like the way that you can disassemble the injector and clean it out. Swap plates, you can actually, so you never ruin an injector blade edge, you can actually load the injector with the plate off, and you don't actually have to use the key system that injectors are known for, the key and loading system. So that's pretty cool, because vintage injectors, at least the ones I know, don't allow you to do that. They're all assembled, and you have to keep it that way unless you really have an idea of what you're doing. And it's not convenient anyway to load your blades like that. But I don't know everything, so maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, so I've got the Supply injector. I usually use it on plate 1 or 2. Plate 3 is kind of a little bit too much. It's still smooth, but once you get to that against the grain, it really you really have to be careful. Plate 1 and 2 help with that. They make it nice and smooth. You still have to be careful against the grain. There's a lot of blade feel. It's quite a bit more aggressive than the ones I've got from John, which is the PAL injector. That all stainless adjustable PAL. Which some people say is really harsh. I gave it my first go, I think it was Saturday, just as a introductory shave for me and it, saying hello, and I liked it. Same smoothness as the Supply on the with the grain and across the grain, but the against the grain was a lot more, I don't know, mild than the Supply. You didn't have to be quite as careful. Very efficient. Some people call it a really rough shave, because I'm not sure why. It wasn't a rough shave. I started out at the first setting, and then I ramped it up to the middle setting for the next pass, and the last pass I knocked it back down to the second setting, and everything was smooth. I mean, the blade feel went up exponentially as he did, but still, it was nothing compared to the supply. So if you like smooth but more aggressive razors, go for the supply. This is the Schick. No, not Schick. This is the O Clone. That's what it is. It's the Chinese clone version. It's actually got a double injector blade in there I've never used before. The other I used yesterday was the Schick M Adjustable, which is very popular in the world of adjustable, or injectors rather. Everybody, just about everybody that likes that one, who enjoys a mild shave, likes the Schick. Messed around with that yesterday a little bit. I started out for a couple strokes on the first setting, and then I was like, no, that's way too mild, man. You can barely feel it at all. Didn't know if it was cutting. I mean, it was. I could see a little stubble coming off, but ramped it up to the third setting and it was perfect. It was so mindless and easy. It felt like cheating. So, and this is proving, this is my first use of the O Clone 2. So far, this is just as mindless as the Schick. Now, these are all super efficient razors. John remarked after seeing my post yesterday on the Schick, he was surprised, as am I, that these got replaced by cartridges. These are great shavers. I definitely have to, I mean, I only did one shave with each of the ones John sent me so far. The PAL and the Schick, and this O Clone. This is my first shave with that, but I would not understand why someone would want the cart system, and other than very good marketing, which Gillette was excellent at marketing for a long time. Not so much anymore, but I don't understand why someone would want a cart over an injector. It's like, it's the exact same shave, but the injectors are so much more efficient, so much smoother, sharper. Really cool. So I'm in a quandary though, whether to try to trade my supply razor. I know I want a PAL, and I definitely know now that I want also a Schick, the adjustable kind, but I'm in a quandary as to whether to keep my supply razor, because it is a really good razor, but I do like something a little bit more mindless. It always does seem to nick something, especially going against the grain, or I go almost against the grain. But like the Schick, man, I went against the grain, no problem. No nicks, no irritation. I can see why Major Rich on the TSC is enjoying his little blade test with these. Got a Persona, I think it is 74, that he's putting through its paces. And he's gone through almost 20 shaves on that, something like that. That's pretty good. Anyway, so I'm not sure if I would want to try to trade it off, get one or both of those razors, or just keep an eye out and buy them and keep the Schick. I mean the supply. Not sure. And the secondary market for PALs, the PAL adjustable, is a little bit questionable. Because there are a lot, I guess, that are out there that have quality control issues. And it's a little bit difficult to find a nice one like John has. At least it seems alright to me. Doesn't seem to have any problems. I got a good shave out of it. So, when I'm old and I can't do open blades anymore because I'm shaking all over the place, I might just switch to injectors permanently. There it is. That's how good the shaves are. How easy it is. If you're at all confident in shaving and you want something that's just mindless, get an injector. It's like, especially on the lower settings, it's almost impossible to cut yourself. You might nick yourself, sure, those darn angry follicles, but all right, third pass. How about that? 11 minutes. I bet everybody that watches my videos wants me to use injectors from now on. We'll see if I can stretch this out to 20. I will say that on the scale of, this is not adjustable, by the way, this is set, but it does take the twin blades or the singles. On the scale of rating the razors in terms of, I don't know, not enjoyability, but like maybe just blade feel, because they're all pretty smooth. The Supply has the most blade feel, then the PAL, then probably the Schick has the most potential for blade feel over this O-Clone. This is pretty smooth. The Schick does take a lot of, it's very efficient, but it does take some cleanup. It's super efficient on the, with the grain and across the grain though. They all seem to be. And the fact that I could go directly against the grain with the Schick, I can probably going to be able to do it with this too. We'll see. I could almost do it with the PAL. The only other razor I can really do that with is my DE razor, the Game Changer 0.68. Otherwise, I do kind of a modified against the grain. So there's not so much irritation, less chance of cuts. Okay, maybe not totally against the grain. With this twin blade in here, at least. Very nice. The only thing about the O-Clones, they also have some QC issues. They come from China. They're a bit expensive. I think you could probably find one of the good vintage ones At least the Schick for about the same price, so I'd probably go for the Schick first. But I mean, if you need a modern replacement and you don't mind it being not adjustable, the Oaklon seems like a pretty good idea. I do like the weight of the supply razor. Let's see where we're at here. I need a little bit of cleanup. The weight of the supply razor is just awesome because it's completely stainless. It's mold injected metal. By the way, John, much like Mr. TJ on the shaving cadre, needs a little intervention on how to clean his razors. He was worried that I was using tobacco when I first used the PAL, because he hates tobacco. But I think it came out of that shave cleaner than when it went in. It's pretty funny. I'm giving each of these a little cleaning, but I think these are all the Chinese Schick blades that he has in here. Not sure where the twin blades come from, but all really nice. I have the ones that came with the supply razor. That's all I got. But all right, I'm gonna pause right there. I'll be right back. All right, there's that. Just did my lather soak. Put on some witch hazel. I did get one little nick over here. I put on some Thayer's Medicated. And there's Dave living it up on vacation in Mexico right now. Enjoying his beginning of his summer. All right, there's that. So I'm going to be spending some time with these injectors from John. Thanks again, John, for sending them along. If y'all are interested, as my thoughts develop and progress, some of this Bootlegger's Bay rum to finish it off here. Keep up with my journal that I put an entry into just about every day. Log in my shave adventures. It's at www.theshavingcadre.com in the journal section. Join us there. Bingo kicks off tomorrow. It's not too late to join up. Get a card and have some fun with Forum Bingo. Mr. Dave in Kentucky is calling that one. And yeah, we are, it's going to be a busy week with Vacation Bible School going on for me for work. So especially Friday when we have to clean everything up. We got everything ready on Saturday and like ready to go, and they put it all together on Sunday after services, and it's going to go all week. But Friday's the big cleanup day. Everything has to get shoved back where it's supposed to be before services again. So going to be a little bit of a busy week for me here and there, but I'll definitely be on the forums. You can catch me there. Catch the rest of the guys. Really nice group. We've got a pass around box going on right now. I think it's with Mr. Sean on the forums, and he's going to reveal pretty soon here what he decided to pick up from the box. And we don't get to see what goes back in or what else is in it, but we get to see his picks, and it's going to go around to all the members. Really exciting. You can sign up for the next run if you're a member for 30 days and have 30 posts of quality. Join in for that. It'll be really fun to see how things go. We got a real good group of shavers here, very generous, and a lot of fun to banter with and hang out with on the forum. So check us out there, shavingcadre.com. I'm Chris. I'll see you guys later. Have a great week. Bye.